said, if you only knew.
Yeah.
And then I said, I've seen many possessed people in America, and I've been blessed by God to cast many demons out. God doing it. And this, I don't know how old she was, 19, 20, somewhere in there. And literally, she said, no way. I cannot even imagine a white person having a demon in them. That's what she said. That's what she said. Like, I said to her, so you're calling me a liar? No, evangelist, I'm not calling you a liar. I cannot imagine that. She was completely, you would just have to see her reaction, her tone of voice, or she couldn't believe because she said, yeah, every American movie that I could get my hands on, I watch because I just love that country. I want to go. So she said, Hollywood's a picture of America. And I said, no. It's not quite like Hollywood paints it. We have witchcraft, we have bondage, we have people that are possessed and need to go free. And literally, she was just totally freaked out by that. I just ruined her whole image of our country. And of course, I did say that we are blessed, and I'm thankful to be an American. I'm thankful for this country. I'm thankful for what our forefathers laid the foundation. I explained that, but I also explained how a big group in America had gotten far away from our roots and where we began.
Yes.
And so the enemy tells us, don't go. Because if you really go, talking about really go with knowing you have a purpose, you have a calling, you have a work to do. Some of you are being called to go on foreign mission trips, and you need to obey. And in that mission trip, God is going to use you, and He's also going to do some deep work in you that when you come back, you won't be the same.
Amen.
But then others of you, God won't call you to do that, but He calls all of us, because unlike that young lady thought, we have such great need for the move of God here in America.
Yes.
Don't go and leave them homeless. Don't go and leave them without health. That's what He put in my heart. Don't go and leave them homeless. Salvation. But then they're saved, and yet they're sick. And the sickness runs deep all through the human being, the body, the mind, will, emotions, the spirit. Great sickness runs rampant in our own area, in our nation, and around the world. God says, don't go. Leave him homeless, and don't go and leave him without health. Because He is the great physician. He is the great healer. And He lives on the inside of us. And He's calling us. And we must not respond when something crazy happens to our alternator. And when rain comes, when we need sunshine. You understand what I'm saying? And crazy things happen that we don't understand. And that we allow the enemy to convince us that now we have a legitimate reason to not go. But whatever has happened to you and to your life up until this moment, there is no legitimate reason to stand still, to stay still, to not be as close to God as you used to be, and not go like God is calling you to go. But instead, God says, come, Go. Come to me and let me restore you, as we heard earlier. Let me revive you. Let me renew you. Let me place my vision back into you. Let me place my dreams back into your life. And go. Go. Don't leave them. Don't go and leave them homeless. Don't go and leave them without health.
Amen.
Don't. Go. The enemy doesn't want you going. So thank God with the trip. We told you as we were planning to go that we're believing the Lord to help us. Because we had one True Nations Church in Mozambique. I know I put a post of this on Facebook, so some of you already know it, but God blessed us not to just have one more, but 2 more churches in Mozambique. And so now we have 3 churches in Mozambique. Jesus. All the praise. Where the crusade was held was in the middle city where the other 2 churches are. We visited all 3 after the ministry is over. Sunday was a ministry marathon from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Amen.
10 a.m., 6 hours at church. And then we went back to the Lodge for water baptism. And I'm not sure how many were baptized. I think a low estimate would be around 60. And it would have been more, but we had to move the baptismal service because when they make their own baptism tanks. There's either river or these handmade. And so it's like a concrete square made. And when the one at the church didn't have enough water in it, and so they went to put more water in it, and when they did, it broke apart.